In the 1970s and 80s, when the Soviet Union was in Afghanistan, the Mujahideen organized resistance and were strongly supported by our US colleagues, who supplied them with weapons and everything they needed for an armed opposition. This gave rise to Al-Qaeda.
To be fair, we had helped to create the problem we're now fighting. How? Because when the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan, we had this brilliant idea that we were going to come to Pakistan and create a force of Mujahideen, equip them with Stinger missiles and everything else to go after the Soviets inside Afghanistan. And we were successful. The Soviets left Afghanistan, and then we said, great, goodbye, leaving these trained people who were fanatical in Afghanistan and Pakistan, leaving them well armed, creating a mess, frankly, that at the time we didn't really recognize. We were just so happy to see the Soviet Union fall, and we thought, okay, fine, we're okay now, everything's going to be so much better. Now you look back, the people we're fighting today, we were supporting in the fight against the Soviets.
Al-Qaeda, and which attacked the United States on September the 11th, 2001. It would seem that back then, we have to conclude that it was criminal to count on being able to control terrorists and use them for geopolitical purposes, and assume that things can be arranged so that they don't harm us and won't run out of control. That is an illusion.
And tonight, the United States of America makes the following demands on the Taliban. Deliver to United States authorities all the leaders of Al-Qaeda who hide in your land. Close immediately and permanently every terrorist training camp in Afghanistan, and hand over every terrorist and every person in their support structure to appropriate authorities. And tonight, a few miles from the damaged Pentagon, I have a message for our military. Be ready. I've called the armed forces to alert, and there is a reason. The hour is coming when America will act, and you will make us proud.
Another example of falling into the same trap is the invasion of Iraq, which eventually led to the emergence of ISIS. After what happened in Libya, when it was bombed in flagrant violation of a UN Security Council resolution, ISIS became closely intertwined with terrorist groups in Africa, such as Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb, Boko Haram, and Al-Shabaab.
Allahu Akbar! Boko Haram is the most violent jihadist group in sub-Saharan Africa. For more than 15 years, they've been terrorizing northeastern Nigeria and the adjoining states. The name can be translated as against Western education. The fundamentalist goal is to establish an Islamic caliphate. Boko Haram has killed thousands of people and taken hundreds hostage, mainly women and young girls.
Now this international terrorist group is already terrorizing probably half of Africa, especially in the Sahara-Sahel region.
He said that the Middle East would be better off with Gaddafi, Saddam Hussein, and Assad in power. How does...
I didn't say Assad, but we certainly have not gained anything with Gaddafi. And you look at what happened. I mean, look at Libya, look at Iraq. Iraq used to be no terrorism. He would kill the terrorists immediately. It was like, now it's the Harvard of terrorism. Right now, Libya, nobody even knows Libya. Frankly, there is no Iraq and there is no Libya. It's all broken up. They have no control.
Invading Syria and provoking unrest in the country to also destabilize this Middle Eastern state has led Al-Qaeda to take on new guises. The best known is the Hayat Tahrir al-Sham group, which has become the main problem in Idlib. This is the reality that was created after the winners of the Cold War felt that they could get away with anything and decided to act on the principle, I do as I please.